Hello, Martians, and happy Leap Day. And I'm just gonna get right into it with saying that I freaking love frogs. I don't need an excuse to draw frogs, but this was a good enough excuse as any since it's the leap day and leap frogs leap, whatever. So I decided to do a frog study, just some sketches. So there's lots of references going on, and I know that's like a four-letter word for most artists, but I need references. I don't know about you, but I need them sometimes. And though I love frogs, I can't draw one from memory to save my life. Technically, I did draw like a little frog witch, and I was able to draw that from memory. And I was like, something seems a little off about him. Nothing. Like it was a good frog, but still, to me, it seemed like something was a little off. But it was a good frog. But I wanted to do a little bit more of a realistic study with frogs, so I decided to look up some references. And if you'd like to see the references I use, I'll link them below if I remember to. If not, just Google cute frogs and toads. That's what I looked for. And then the first red-eyed tree frog that popped up, I decided to click it, and then I just followed the images, the rabbit hole that you go through when you click an image and it shows you suggested images. Anyways, that's what I did. And I picked a red-eyed tree frog because it's my favorite frog of all time. They're just absolutely adorable. But the pictures were like super cute. And then when I was drawing them, I came to the realization that all frogs have a look, right? So they either look like they've seen some stuff, are about to see some stuff, or are witnessing the heat death of the universe in real time in multiple dimensions at once. Like they have this 1,000-yard stare, and drawing it made them look so more creepy than they actually are. And I don't think frogs are creepy at all. Like I think they're great. Frogs are adorable, they're wonderful, they're just super cool little things. But drawing them without like softening some things or like stylizing stuff, they look real weird. And speaking of stylizing, I was just drawing the frogs normally, just like the pictures as it was. But I didn't like that to an extent. So then I started like stylizing them just a little bit more, but they are more or less like true to life actual studies of the frog. I love, speaking of studies of them, I love how their little limbs and body look. Their little knees and elbows, like it's just so cute, and they're a little more human than I gave them credit for. Now granted, a knee joint is a knee joint and an elbow is an elbow, but like when you're drawing like say a dog or a cat, you don't really think elbow and knee and whatever. I don't even know if it's called an elbow or a knee for a dog. It might be, I don't know, I don't care at this moment in time. But you don't notice it because it's not particularly like human-esque. But for a frog, they're pretty human-y. Like they looked a little too peoply for me. But it was still cool to draw it, and it was still fun to practice and understanding how their little bodies work and how their little squishy folds go on with their little tiny squishy little frog selves. I'm losing track. But anyways, so I didn't just want to do like all like actual biological frog study photos, so I decided to flex my thinking and my brainium with doing some fan art as well. And I haven't drawn fan art in a while, so the fan art, if I can remember it, because I'm not watching the video right now, I'm just trying to remember the video as it's happening. I drew, who was first? Poliwhirl first. He's like one of my favorite Pokemon of all time because I love the first 150. They're my favorites. They're most diehard fans' favorites because they're the OGs, but I just love Poliwhirl, probably because he's a frog, Next, if I can remember, who was it? It was Kopi. And I was surprised that I remembered what Kopi looked like because I was drawing him and I'm like, I know he's got like two big old goofy looking eyes, and then I drew like the little frog head. And technically Kopi was like the inspiration for my little frog witch. It's somewhere. I can't remember. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to forget to put up a picture as I do this, but I'll try to put up a picture of the little frog witch. But I was able to draw Kopi from memory, so I'm really happy about that. And then I drew Kermit, which I was also happy I was able to draw from memory. And then I realized that the little skeleton sketch of Kermit looks like a Muppet, like a little Muppet schnoz, like the big old nose. It looks like a Muppet. And then after you fill in his little froggy details, it looks a little less Muppety. Um, and then I think it was a Nemo. I don't know why I didn't draw a Pokemon. Oh wait, I did draw a Pokemon. Never mind. Listen, I told you I'm not watching the video, so I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on, but screw it, whatever. Anyways, I drew a Nemo from Neopets because I am a huge Neopets fan. I love Neopets more than life itself. I have had an account for probably a little too long, but I had to draw one because I was just thinking of Neopets, so I decided to draw all of my favorite things at the time that I could remember. And I think that was all the fan arty stuff that I drew. But of the entire sheet of frogs that I've got going on right here, I think the little triplet frogs hanging out with each other are my favorite. Like, the image was so cute and silly with the one little frog like basically trampling the other one to climb up and do whatever. It was just absolutely so freaking cute. And then I remember wanting to put like some sort of color, just anything in the background, so it wasn't just plain white. So I did a green, and then later on, I didn't record it, but I did add like a little soft coloring for each thing. I made the tree frogs. I made the little triplet frogs, whatever they were, but whatever. I had a lot of fun with this. It was just a quick little sketch thingy and just a quick little study that I had a freaking blast with. And yeah, so that's all I did for this little ouch. Just smacked my hand on my desk. Anyways, that's all I've got for today's drawing. Is just some great little frog studies and some great little frog fan art studies. So that's it. I'm gonna call it a video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're into that sort of thing. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will just see you all in the next one. Bye bye.